baby.
Why not Mr. Pink? He's a troublemaker. You silver-tongued devil, you. Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalp.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Jim. Well, today I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to actually get something done for once. I'm going to do the rear shock absorbers on this E85 Z4. And I've never done it before. And I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to let you follow along. I'm going to try something different by putting a chest mount that my beautiful wife gave me a while back. So I'm going to do like a time lapse on the chest mount and see if that works. And then I think I've figured out how to do a voiceover instead of just music. So I might be able to even say what I'm doing on the time lapse. But I don't know. Let's give it a try. Before we go to time lapse though, I'm going to show you what I'm going to try and do here. This is my shock tower, and this floppy thing has to come off. And I notice that there's supposed to be a 10 millimeter bolt back there, and that's already gone. So I'm going to have to replace that. Whoever did this or has been in here before took it out, didn't put it back in. But then there's a little Torx bolt right there. And then I can see it real easy because I've got the convertible top off. I have to take this guy out, and then this whole metal component should come out. And then underneath there's going to be some carpet and then probably some insulation. And then I should be able to get to the top of the shock. And then I'll raise the car up and we'll do the underneath part. But that's what I'm going to be doing while we're on time lapse. Well, that's what it looks like. That's where you'll be flying from. The problem is I can't see what you can see, so it's going to be kind of guesswork. Crossing my fingers for this one, boys. Well, you know, this didn't really work out. You can't see a damn thing, so sorry. I tried. Well, I thought it was a good idea, but guess not. I discovered a few interesting things here as I was taking this car apart. The screw was already missing, the Torx screw that was supposed to be in here on both sides. So the only thing that was holding this whole assembly on, thanks to whoever was in here last time, the only thing holding it on was this plastic plug here. And that little plug goes in up here through this drip pan. So that was the only thing holding this on both sides. So whoever had this out last time was kind of a butcher. Worse than me. Imagine that. And this is the top of our shock mount. Somebody's already been in here and torn this, so that was nice of them to get it out of the way for us. But we have to undo this bolt, and there's another one on the back here. Yeah, and then just the one down on the bottom, and we should have the shock assembly out of here. Another fun thing I noticed is this, I think, is supposed to be some sort of a switch thing that tells the car if what am I trying to say? The shelf panel here, the first thing we took out, is in the right position for the roof to go up and down. And there's supposed to be a switch in here, and there isn't. And I look at the cord where it's supposed to plug into that switch, and it looks like somebody has just jumped it and bypassed the switch altogether. So I don't know if I'm going to have to, if I should just leave that alone, or if I should actually, I'm going to have to look into it and see what that switch, what kind of a safety switch that is, or how bad it would be to just leave it like that, or if I should go ahead and put in the proper switch and make it work the way it's supposed to. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys will know about that. What I've done here is I've lifted the car up a couple feet, and I supported the hub here with my large jack stand, and then I lowered the car down just enough where all this weight is supported here, which meant that I could then take these nuts off here and it doesn't fall out. So now all I have to do is take out the big bolt from down below, and then this whole shock absorber should just pull right out. These were 13 millimeters. It is an 18 millimeter, and it was pretty tight. They're supposed to be at about 70 pound-feet, so I had to use a bit of a breaker bar to take it out. Oop! There we go. Well, this thing looks pretty shot. I can push it right down flat with one hand, hardly pushing at all, and no rebound. None. I have to pull to get it to come back up. So this thing is toast. You know, these really kind of look like original, but the interior was all torn up like someone had changed them. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to pull this nut and remove all of this stuff. I've got a new mounting plate. I should have gotten a new bump stop. That one looks pretty bad. Maybe I'll order a new bump stop before I put this back together. This is my new one. Bilstein. And this is how a new one feels. It takes, oh boy, it takes quite a bit of pressure to push it down. A lot more than the other one. And then it comes back up fairly quickly. So that other one was totally blown out. So it's a good thing we're doing this back here. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of those parts back on here. I'm not going to get a new bump stop. I don't want to wait another 3 days to finish this. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and then put it back in. So I'm reinstalling the bottom bolt and torquing it to 70. Okay, there we are. I transferred the dust boot and my lovely looking bump stop and the washers, and that's a new mounting plate that came with the shocks. I don't know why they wouldn't send along a bump stop too, but maybe everyone doesn't have rotten ones like these. It looks like a mouse was chewing on it, but that's what we have. It still seems to work okay. Now I have to reinstall the two nuts from the top and lift the car back up and do the other side. Hopefully I can release this side in a little bit more controlled manner than the other. Although it's a little tricky with just one hand. And we're free. Okay. So I'm going to swap all this stuff off to the new one on this side and put it back in. It's a fun view. How often do you get to peek down from the shock tower hole? Yeah, I'm easily amused. Sorry. You know, that worked out pretty good. What did I just save? I don't know, a few $100, $300 or $400. I'm going to spend some time trying to find fasteners to put my little flip shelf things back in. I got them in place, but I'm going to have to find a bolt for back there, and I'm going to have to find a bolt for there, and of course I'll put that plastic plug piece back in. But this is done. The shocks are good. Wasn't very hard. New Bilsteins, thank you very much. Okay. Hey, I think I'm just gonna call it good on this one and just leave the rear
as this episode. And then I'm going to start on the fronts right now, but I'll put that in a different video. Thanks for watching.